Check, check, check. Hopefully that's better. We should be good. So, real quick, I'll show you guys what I'm looking at. All right, so massive gap down last night. And if we start zooming in, we kind of traded into it. Started to consolidate a little bit. We've just been chopping the last few hours. This is our midnight open here. So I don't really have any bias, but I would say overall, the downside's certainly been taken, you know. So I'm looking more for bullish scenarios. We've got news at 9:45. Okay, I'm gonna go to the 5 and the 1. We might already have a setup. Mostly on the 1, but if we can displace that, we want to look to the to take out buy side. Okay, so we're retesting into that fair value gap. I'm gonna take a stab. My stop loss is like right below this. Okay. Doesn't look very good. Just give it a sec though. All right. So this fair value gap right here is a bit better of an entry. Bias is still long. We didn't take out any significant buy side. But for me, I'm gonna probably get out at break even once it presents itself. All right, yeah, that ain't working out. I would still expect a 1 minute fair value gap like that though to work. So you've got this level hasn't been taken out, this level hasn't been taken out, this level hasn't been taken out, and you got an inefficiency. Now, if we look at the 15-minute, we're also delivering from this bullish fair value gap right here. And like I said, we already took out all of that downside, in my opinion. Okay, so what I was hoping for initially was this is the 15 minutes. I'll mark this out. Okay, so what I was initially hoping for was a close above this and take out these highs. Bad on my part that it's 9:17 right now. So for me, it's usually these hit much quicker after 9:30. But me personally, I'm still holding for break even. I'm just not trying to influence anybody else to take that risk. But yeah, that was my thesis. Is once we would close over here, we're gonna finish this bullish delivery from the 15-minute. So you see big fair value gap right here. Trade into it and start to trade out. So let's see. My order is pretty close to hitting. Gonna see if we can get out at break even. Here it comes. All right, so my sell order is at 21,222. So we are very close. It might not let me get out at break even, but I'm gonna trail my stop, so it's really just a paper cut for me. All right, yeah, I'm out of that. No worries. That was a poor read on my part. Really just a poor entry. I guess a better entry here on the 1 minute. You see we got this IFVG. Now, I would have probably tried to hold for up here, so I don't think it would have worked out for me either way, but as far as reaching the TP. But we have we have we have 9 minutes till the open. So I'm definitely bullish. I guess the smart thing to think about is like where could they manipulate down before we go up? We've got a hourly fair value gap right here. Look, so I probably would have gotten out at break even right here. Little, I mean, it hasn't actually hit, but definitely looks that way right now. Six minutes till the open. So this looks like pretty decent trend line liquidity right here. Keep an eye on that. Something else I learned today is you can actually press shift when you're drawing an array and it'll hold it completely straight. So look at that. I've been trying to figure that out for so long. Holy shit. That was a crazy drop. Alright, and we've got an IFBG right there. Let's see how that 1 minute candle closes. It's not the, it's an A setup. I wouldn't consider it A plus if it does close, just because of the fact that we didn't sweep like any significant liquidity beforehand. Like we trade into that 1 minute bearish fair value gap, but that's about it. See that 15 is still respecting. But yeah, this would be the obvious level down. And then there's that hourly fair value gap down below. Definitely could be the draw. And in the meantime, before we manipulate up. All right, 3 minutes till open. All right, so depending on where we open, this might be a nice place to get short. With smaller size, because the overall bias is bullish. If we inverse this though, then it's a really nice long. So you can see I'm staying flexible. Pretty nuts. All right, let's hope it gives us a retest on that 1 minute right here. If we get a retest, I'm going in heavy. There we go, we got it. I'm getting in. Wowzers. Not loving this. Probably gonna cut it in a sec. Okay. It's still looking good somehow. That was a nasty wick, but we're still valid. It's holding that 15-minute fair value gap. Nice. All right, let's see if we're gonna take out this trendline liquidity. Would be insane. I'll extend that profit target a little bit more too. So if we can hit the top of that, the pre-market high, basically, we've got another 50 points of room up. I'm putting my stop losses above break even here too. Wowzers. I'm up like $2,000 right now. All right, that's a nasty wick. Be careful up here. We have like a. I'm gonna let this run, break even or take profit. It's gonna be one or the other. But we did touch this 5-minute bearish fair value gap and got a really strong rejection. So we need to see what happens in the next few minutes, but our stop losses already have us protected, so we're good. And we're also messing around with the bullish 1-minute fair value gap right here, so some people are definitely gonna enter right here. We got in even before that, so we're chilling. But all right, so I'm gonna put my stop loss now at the low of that wick on the 1-minute. All right, it got me. That's tough. It'd be like that sometimes, you know. That's probably like my least favorite thing to ever have happen is be in profit on a trade and then get stopped out. Especially because it looks like it could still run, but there's nasty wicks on both sides on the 5-minute. So that's what I was looking at. Should have considered that more, but it is what it is. All right, let's see what it does. So if you had the balls to hold through all that, we got in on that retest. We had to hold that all that drawdown, and we wanted right here. This price action's really nasty, and not in a good way. So I'm anticipating we trade through that 5-minute fair value gap and take out that high. After that, I don't know what it's doing. I would expect it to reject. Still respecting that 5-minute fair value gap. So annoying. Alright, well, I got stopped out of the idea, so I'm gonna get off stream before I do something dumb, because this price action is really, like, tempting me, to be honest. But I wish you guys luck. Trade smart, trade safe.